Hey Clark, this is Todd. I'm just about got my GP10 ready to go, and I want to make sure it's going to meet all of the technical regulations for road racing. But I have some questions about some things that don't match up exactly with my older cart, and I was hoping this video would help. You can see that these bolts have these, I don't know what they're called, some sort of E-clip style thing on them, but the bolts that are for the pads, these back here, you can see they're not long enough. They've got this clip in the pads right here that, you know, secures them should the bolts come loose anyway. But anyway, I don't see how I'm going to safety wire those bolts like I did on the old cart. And then the same thing applies to these bolts. These already have a some sort of safety wire or clip on their heads. These don't. They go through to the other side, but on the other side they set down, and I know that's hard to see because it's dark, but they set down in a pocket. They're flush. And then on this side, they're not long enough. They're not long enough to safety wire, and I don't know if that's necessary or not. I mean, those secure the, I don't know what the inner part of that would be called, the inner part of the brake disc to the axle. I did drill and tap holes and put set screws in the keyways. I put cotter pins on all of the steering hardware, so I should be good there. And then I've got some of the same issues on the front brake. You know, I think on the other cart, this bolt here, you had mentioned had to be safety wired, and that bolt down there, and again, I know that's maybe hard to see, but they're not long enough. On this side, you can't get, you know, they're right up against the brake disc there, so I assume you would have to drill and put cotter pins in that, but I don't see how I'm going to get a longer bolt in there because it will be up against the brake disc, you know, unless you remove the brake disc, then put a longer bolt, and then tried to do that. And I just wanted to see if that's, you know, really necessary to meet the regulations. I don't think it's going to be a problem for the sprint racing I'm getting ready to do, and you can see the brake disc have the same sort of safety wire clips on the head, so I'm assuming those are okay. And then on the bottom, you can't see it probably, but on the bottom of the kingpin, they have a an E-clip or a C-clip, whatever you call it, on those. So I'm assuming those are fine. I've got the tether, you know, that we had mentioned on the other cart, and otherwise, I think it's in good shape and it's ready to race. Going to be doing the first 3 sprint races down at MMX is my plan. And then I'm hoping that will give me enough experience to let me start racing with you guys. So I'm going to do March, April, and May at MMX, and then hopefully run whatever races you're having at VIR and Summit Point. Those are close enough for me, you know, with you guys. So if you see anything else on the cart that needs to be done, I'd appreciate it. Shoot me an email, give me a call, let me know. I don't know what else you need to see there. There's cotter pins or clips on the bottom of the steering hardware there too. That's already safety wired, so I think that's in good shape if I remember correctly from what had to be done on the others. There's already cotter pins in those holes that hold the, you know, all of that hardware together. I think you can see that. And I've got catch tanks on everything that I'm supposed to have catch tanks on, I believe. There's the one for the fuel tank up there.